right, folks, one more match left, and only one team can go to Championship Sunday. Now, you guys have been cheering for both these squads really loudly, but it's time to see where your true allegiance lies. Coming out first, it's the home team. Give it up for the Boston Breach.
So you're not doing Boston.
I don't care. Up to you.
Get loud for Vivid, Methodz, Owakening, and Nero. It's the Boston Breach.
Boston Breach are trying to turn up. They want to get this championship in front of the home crowd, and they got to do it up against the other team in green. It's going to be the green wall they're going up against, and Methodz, he's familiar with that organization. He wants to take them out, but also the SMG duo, I'm looking at them to turn up. Let's get this other team out, Blaze.
Now it's time to bring out one of the fan favorites. You know him and you love him so much. It's OpTic Texas. Get louder for iLLeY, Shotzzy, Dashy, and Huke. OpTic Texas.
For OpTic Texas, man, they've been exciting. They've been fun to watch since they made the change. The discipline hasn't always been there. Excited to see if they get it done today and keep it moving and grooving through the weekend.
Moving and grooving, baby. I'm ready for it. We moving and grooving, and it seems like the crowd is split. But we're about to see who's really going to win this one. To cast it, it's going to be Miles and Chance to take us away.
Here we go, one final game of the night. We all get to go hard and then go home. One of these teams, though, will not be coming back tomorrow in the same capacity. Chance, it's another elimination matchup.
Loser gets top 6, and I can't imagine a more interesting one. Like, I'm not used to OpTic getting any sort of booze ever, but they're going against the Boston home crowd, and it was at least mixed, so it's going to be a spicy one. It is going to be fun, and for a day where we have had literally nothing but 3-0s, talk about how important that first hard point's going to be.
We had a good look at the maps and most coming into this one, and I mean, you call it, it's going to be 50-50 across the board. There's no clear-cut advantages. It's going to be an absolute throwdown. We cannot wait to get into this one.
I would genuinely be dumbfounded if we get another 3-0. Like, honestly, it looks like the mixiest map set we have had all today. I mean, a HyDra just to kick things off. Does anybody actually want to predict how that map is going to go? Especially for OpTic, they've only played it twice, like with this full team. So I know aLLeY is concerned about how much teamwork they're going to have going in. Short amount of time that they have to figure things out. And we already know these players, I mean, the pop-off potential, literally both sides of the stage. These guys can absolutely fry. You got Shotzzy versus Nero, literal demons. Owakening versus Dashy. It is going to be so much fun.
It is going to be a furious series indeed. Again, for OpTic Texas fans coming off of a tough loss. Boston Breach cooled off a little bit after today's early victory over LAG. We'll see if they still have that fire in their bellies. We're almost ready to get into the first map, and I tell you what, boys and girls, what a day of COD it's been. 3-0s across the board. No way we get another one, though, surely. No way.
Gotta come out and set the tone, though. That is just the extra bit of pressure. And this is a 2-1 record for OpTic Texas on the year, but 1-1 with this roster, at least throughout stage 2. So the rotations ordinarily completely on point, but for the fact that the holds have been an issue, that's the struggle point for OpTic. That's what we're going to be paying attention to, because on the flip side for Boston, you know that pop-off potential. You have guys like Vivid popping 4 pieces, Nero popping 3 pieces at the end of games. You know these guys are ready to break, and you know they're ready to get right into the hill.
All right, let's keep it fair. Everything above the belt, let's get it on. The bell is rung, and Huke's flying his way towards that point. HyDra, ladies and gentlemen. Expect a little bit of swimming, and Shotzzy doing the swimming for now. Nero, yeah, that's him. Out and about. Whoa, what the? Nice 3 from Shotzzy.
Scuba Shotzzy able to pick things up and start things off. And already, look at the pressure. I mean, Shotzi's in prime position just to watch the rotation and get AR set up to look at the pressure from the front for Boston. And that is worst case scenario, especially if Methodz having a little problem swimming.
Yeah, I mean, he might have the floating armbands at home, but he's looking good now. Making his way forward. Nice start there from OpTic Texas. 23 seconds on the board. Eyes towards the right-hand side of the minimap. That's where we're going next. And that's where Vivid is now, currently on 3.
How well can they count, though? You've got Huke behind enemy lines being sneaky. The question is, can Boston hunt him down, or are any of these arrows going to recognize it? This is where you have to be, like, coordinated. This is where pressure is going to be on. They haven't seen Huke in a mile, and they gave up the back spawn, so Boston, all that for the rotation, but maybe to drop the ball.
And there he is, drives the dagger into the back of them. Shotzzy through the front, the pinch is done. They're coming at you like grandma coming for them cheeks. It's over. Hard points there.
Ice has been the problem for Boston. We talk about the Game 5 records, but even moments like that when the pressure is on, you have to keep track of these players, and OpTic already trying to take full advantage, set up in and around P2, and iLLeY already winning those opening engagements.
Same look there. You got Vivid trying to hit from the backside. Huke's going to cover that one. Here comes Methodz. Wins his first. Dashy's up next. Oh, it's big tags. Here's the pressure. The brakes on brakes. Less than 20 to go. Breach are going to have it.
Well, that's one break, but now you got that rotation over towards Nero, the only player from Boston that's going to be nearby, because OpTic, again, we know how good they are at these actual rotations. That's going to be 2 wins in a row for them to get to the hill first, but at least this one's a 50-50 battle. Boston have the potential, but Dashy in the back, you know, is beaming the hey. Nero can shut him down. They're keeping things afloat.
Huke, very sneaky, very dangerous. Wow, it's getting loud in here. We had questions about whose fans would be the loudest, and I don't know, but the Garena right now, sing it here at the MGM.
Well, some things are singing, but right now, the rotations, while they're good for OpTic, not actually the breaks and the holds, right? Because you have Boston trying to keep things mixy. Trophy getting in the mix, though, for iLLeY. And OpTic just desperate to actually try to collect this time. They have the back spawns, but you want the scrap because it is going to be a hike and a half to actually rotate towards new. So I think Boston doing a decent job of keeping them at bay, and I mean, they should be poised for that new rotation as OpTic going to collect this scrap.
What a battle every hard point has been. Far right-hand side of the minimap, that's what we're going over to next. Boston Breach have been blessed with the spawns, but not necessarily the gunning at the moment. Vivid trying to slow down the approach. Dashy helping drive OpTic Texas forward across the halfway mark.
In an interesting moment, because Methodz is actually going to play spoiler for this. He's going to be on the quick flank because he got the old spawns and he's causing problems. So the rest of Boston get to sit inside the hill. All the pressure coming from the right side. iLLeY, though, with the gunny to at least get Boston outside of the hill. It's the ARs now in the back for Breach, trying to keep things alive.
The voracious approach now from the front. You got to watch out for the rest of the members there of OpTic. That's going to be Huke. Finding the last one on the Vivid, and that is going to open up the field now. Nero, he will be the tip of the spear for Boston. What can he find? Dashy on the back line there. Now a delicate approach. Calls a tough hard point, catches one out. Can Nero go any bigger? No. Here comes the rest of Breach, and forward they charge. Trophies down, and they haven't done the math. Shotzzy's alive at the back.
They can't read the spawns, man. They're constantly just looking 2 different directions, but now at least you just try to keep them pushed towards the back. So Vivid looking for the pressure, but iLLeY looking for the gunny. And by the way, Shotzzy started off hot, hasn't really slowed down, 12-7 overall, but about a 40-point game going towards new. And talk about rotations, we talk about holds. Neither team able to hold on. The breaks so far have been bonkers.
Crazy stuff indeed. We'll take a bit of a breath now as the hard point is set up for this one. OpTic Texas now looking for every possible angle. Shotzzy through the front, through the top, not even at the health regen. And he's in. Tagged up. Good comms there from Boston Breach. They stay alive. That's going to be the time still in their favor.
You know, yeah, Dashy in the back, all of OpTic get a spawn in the back, and question is, how well can Boston read it? They're piecing them up along the way, so the spawn awareness this time has been pretty respectable. iLLeY, though, trying to take a top route. Shotzzy's causing all sorts of problems in and around, and OpTic good enough to break through and get on the inside. But again, we knew this map was going to be mixy, as is this series, and so far it's delivered.
Very mixy indeed. Well, we're close to turning this one around. Dashy now on the approach to the hard point. 8-14 from him, but big work there regardless in the kills.
And now you actually have number 6, by the way. Shotzzy just got gifted a back spawn. So you talk about long rotations over towards P2. Number 6, number 3 on the minimap. That's a battle that's going to have long-term implications. But for Boston, at least trying to collect this P1 time. But in the middle of the map is open. Huke wanted to shut it down, but Nero always there, always dicey. Such a tough kill.
Very tough indeed. iLLeY had to work hard for that one. No lead change just yet, technically. Here come OpTic towards P1 once again. Second set already being gifted to a wild and crazy series, the last of the day. Shotzzy, though, calling himself off after what has been a tough run so far. Lead change, but here comes Shotzzy. Oh, no! Owakening reads him like a book.
And how many times have OpTic been winning the rotational battles this game? This is the first time where Breach might actually be free and clear, but water routes are going to be a potential. Huke going to get the freebie, and Dashy showing up in the feed, so they're going to get the final 15 seconds and a little bit of time to work with to get towards new. And actually, they flip out half the spawners for Breach before the second hill pops. So now the question is, can you hunt down Methodz?
Here's the question. He's a sneaky man towards the back line of the hard point, doing exactly what Huke did in the first go-around. Huke knows these tricks. Here comes the pinch from the front. Awakening finding the opening kills. Vivid on the trades there. You may take care of one on the back, but it's a technical break for Breach.
Bro, and this is Huke doing it with the Vaznev as well. Gunning players at range and causing all sorts of problems. Headshot multiplier is in, and he just needs the little bit of help. The pinch is through on the hill, but Awakening for 2. Nero gets the 3rd, and Boston finally have locked this one down.
That's a solid break, trying to push that front line forward. That was Vivid's job. 5-3 now for Awakening. Can he get himself 6? Can he get himself streaks? Here comes the attack from OpTic. Guns are up. iLLeY's going to keep him pinned in this corner. Oh my good God, iLLeY hits the top rope. Dives in. Base for his boys. What a break from OpTic.
And now they're turning and running. OpTic are trying to rotate back so fast, and you get split spawns right there from Breach. So the foot race towards New is OpTic again are able to get this scrap. But towards P3, it's only 2 players versus 3 right now from OpTic and Nero. Now the last one standing.
Last man standing. Can he get some kills? Can he get some time? You're looking to hold on to the lead you've worked so hard for. Let's go for a quick listen in. Boston Breach.
No, don't. He's side time. Back. Okay,
Huke's back blue.
Okay, what's toolbox? I'm gonna nade left side. I'm gonna go rocks.
I saw top. I saw any top. I didn't hit anything top. Keep this over here.
I shared the trophy now, I think.
Okay.
I'm gonna rocks. Sun's back.
Yep.
That's how it's done.
Nice.
Hit a time, nice. Kill that.
Nice. Good shot.
Rocks. He's going through mid probably. Get that time. I'm there. Rocks. I need guys in the back. I need help backstairs. I need help.
Deep blue. Another one.
I need outer pipe. I need help. Outer back. I stun him. He's back left time. Outer pipe.
Keep going.
I'm coming. Race. Keep fighting this.
Yeah, he's mid-water. He went mid-water, guys.
Mid-water?
Yep, he went like rocks.
That's why you get that. Ruins cross dead.
Huge deck.
Dash is behind us. Dash is behind us.
He's
He's P1 in. P1 and Dash is behind us. He's 10. Keep going bottom L or something.
broken. I'll take that, bro.
He's L or something. I spawn on
Yeah, he's L. You want to L.
Yeah, I'm holding for
Once you made that, guys, keep away.
I'm waiting for the back attach rock.
Yep.
He's out. Back right. Side rig. Going Ruins. Ruins Brandon. He's going through Ruins right now. Okay, Ruins right now. Ruins right now.
Ruins is dead.
From P2 and attach rock. From P2 and attach rock.
I'm going back with you.
They're gonna spawn P2. I need left side hill. Stun on time. He's in absolute hill.
Hill dead.
And was P2.
Yeah.
Back P2. Top dome. Back P2. Top dome man. Back attach rock. Deep right. Top dome. That's how it's done.
My God, it's a wild one indeed. Breach having a good time here in the hard point now. We're going to flip-flop. We're going to dive over to the other side of the stage. It's now a listen in. OpTic Texas.
Watch out, dead.
Make sure you hold them in.
First, you Oscars, let's do Røkkr mid lane. I don't want
I hit him with the nade, I don't. I'm blocking. Can you block it?
Yo, front castle door. I'm gonna play.
I'm blocking.
I'm
holding to the left.
I'm backing up.
Yo, I'll get time.
I'm backing up from
You guys can push her.
You should play Zinni if you can, Brandon. Yeah, no.
I have my own water hop.
Well, guys, and castle 1 HP. Castle 1 HP. Come on, there's 2 there.
Watch your mount water.
What's going on mid, I think?
In the back, weak, yeah.
I have the rest. I'm playing Zinni. Yeah, good. I have your mid. Can you just watch mid? Yeah, I have your mid. Yeah, one guy's wrong.
I saw the back.
Watch. I'm not playing the game for a sec. One guy's he's like top castle. There's 2 more. What's already past you? Watch your rinse.
Water hop in front door. 2 on hill.
Better go water hop in.
One of them's one shot.
He's in for sure.
Nice.
Zinni, watch out. He's gonna go small lane. Small.
Front right now. He's in time.
Bump me. They're getting parallel blue here. One's on me new. Into Zinni. He's back way. Back high.
Nice. Good shot. Where they spawn? Wait, spawn on me at all.
Yeah, parallel.
Don't shot. I'm cutting off P3.
What's ruins?
Someone just get me.
And it is a slugfest here on HyDra.
I mean, bro, heavy blows back and forth, jubilation in the comms when they realize what spawns are coming through. But now for Breach, long term, it's a good sign on the mini-map, but in the scoreboard, not so much. Dashy now up top, trying to cause problems, trying to keep Methodz at bay. But Boston, this is desperation hours. You are down by about 20-25 seconds, desperately trying to hold on going into New.
This is it. Business end of the hard point now. OpTic Texas over 200 points. Looking to find their way into 1.
Big 3.
Big 3 out of Boston, keeping that hard point controlled. However, over towards next we go. That's where Huke He's making the swim over, trying to get himself in position. However, Boston Breach are already there. That's Awakening in the back this time.
And he has been so on point with making these P2 moments interesting. Finally, someone rotates all the way back, and Awakening is there to shut him down. So Boston, they've done the hard work. They have set themselves up for this rotation, looking for this money hill for the first time. It's not going to be mixy. They get the map pushed out. They get the setup that they want. Can Boston deliver?
Well, we'll find out. Hard points up. Here comes the hit through middle, through the ruined side of the map. Methodz trying to hold down the front. He's doing a good job so far. Here comes Dashy. Well, an early win there. Not enough HP to get the job done. Lead change. Here come the streaks. Shotzzy lands it. Good impact.
Got to be quick to get back inside the point. Awakening's got your cutoffs. Go and collect that time, but you give up a cut because Vivid's actually in the corner. He can keep these players far away, so you got a swimmer, but everyone else from OpTic, they have their bases covered.
They might not get the swimmer. Huke has even spotted. He has. Eyes are on 2 swimmers now. Huke does get 1 kill. Awakening! Spear fishing right now. Gets the 3rd as well. Oh my God! Shotzzy manages to break it through the back, but is it enough?
And he got the spawns as well, so OpTic at least one more player is going to be.
Oh!
And Huke delivers. You give him the spawn, and he keeps the dream alive. It comes down to this next hill.
It's not going to end here. It goes over to the next. That's where OpTic are now. I don't believe it. 1 more point we'll see. 5 seconds for the win, Breach.
And you have so much time to work with for a single break. You can coordinate. You can wait for the flanks. Awakening's got your entry. Everyone else through the front.
Wasn't a good look the first time round. Vivid cut down immediately on the right-hand side. Awakening from upstairs now. Can they get in? You need to get in for 5 seconds, Breach. OpTic, hold them back. Awakening taken care of. No one on the point for the moment, though.
And they got the first break. Vivid, the next man in line, but it is a 2 versus 4 around the hill. And OpTic Texas clean house. They turn to read the spawns, but Awakening again trying to strike.
The back line now. iLLeY trying to stay alive as best he can. 2 trophy systems working overtime at that point. It's 10 seconds for the win now. OpTic Texas. Awakening trying to cover the boys. In they go. On the outside. Huke wins another one. Nero's in. Nero's in. Is anyone there? Over the top. Oh my God. Dashy crosses him up. They stay alive. Vivid. Oh my. What are we seeing? It's not over yet. Bruce can't get any more. It's 2 seconds for the win. It's the rotation. It's all down to Huke. They've done it. And that might be the best hard point we see in MW2.
I mean, we knew it was going to be close. We did not know it was going to be like that. Too many things to talk about. Too many things to break down. We got the last minute for you. No idea we're going to pick things up, but it was absurdities the whole way through.
We nearly had we nearly broke the kill record. A ridiculous war of attrition on the hard point.
And look at Dashy, by the way, because we know he turns into making the play. Everybody spawns up for Boston. Dashy number 7 spawns up, sprints over back towards the hill. And everyone from OpTic kept those 4s at play just long enough to get Bruce back in the mix. The man can fly. He had the grapple hook into the batarang for the reads. Vivid gets gunned up close, even with attacking. All of that to deliver just for the rotation. But I think the moment of the game for me, if you want to go back further, on the P2 when Boston had the setup, remember Awakening picks up the 3-piece, right? Shotzzy comes through the back. Awakening tries to kill him with the pistol, and literally Shotzzy gets that kill. Huke spawns up and then actually breaks the hill for the extra few seconds. And in a 2-point game, that was all the difference they needed. So many little things had to go right for that 2-point game.
You needed 1 more pistol bullet to land, and Boston Breach should be 1-0 up in the series now. Well. What's next? Search?
aBeZy Fortress, search and destroy. And the reason why this is a spicy one is at the start of the year, Boston, this was the only search map that they could play. In stage 1, they had a 4-in-1 record, but we'll get there in a second because we obviously have to tip the cap to Shotzzy. Man, open things up with the 3-piece, right? And again, did not slow down. The key gunfights that he was able to win were absolutely absurd, and he might not have broken the kill record, but on HyDra, he just set one. 4K damage, 40 bomb out of of him. And again, on a day where it has been nothing but 3-0s, I think Shotzzy knew he had to start things off right.
Yeah, well, we'll find out what happens on aBeZy Fortress coming up in just a brief moment, but 250 to 248. Woo!
And now we can dive deep in it. aBeZy Fortress, they've only played it in stage 1. It was the only map that they were good at, and it has been the primary ban against Boston all throughout this stage. So it's been a long time since Boston have played, but that is where they made a lot of their money early on. And of course, OpTic willing to square up. Shotzzy is the first blood Reaper on this map. Is about a 0.35 first bloods per round, which, I mean, I think the best in the league across the board is like a 0.22. So Shotzzy is completely absurd. That's the man to watch for the first bloods, and especially if you drop a 40 bomb, you know he's feeling hot.
He was a little cold in the previous series. This time, though, scorching hot. OpTic Texas have come to play anger, driving them forward here. What a crazy series we've got.
And extra reasons of why this is going to be a fun one. You got iLLeY with the sniper, most prolific one on this map as well. He has been the backbone for Search and Destroy, but if it's a great pick for Boston, Search and Destroy has been the bread and butter for OpTic. On the flip side, an 8-3 record overall throughout stage 2. Their best game mode by a mile. Now they get to go into it with some confidence, but we talk about how it's been their best game mode. I know for Boston it's a little bit mixed here because the game 5 has not been for them, but in game 2, they've been the best team in the game. They're like 10-4 on the second map, so Boston are absolutely lethal. We know if we're talking about Shotzzy on one side, I mean, Nero and Vivid, they're going to have that square up matchup as well. Always fun. And I've said it 17 times, but for good reason. It's going to get mixy.
This is going to be a treat. Map number 2, aBeZy Fortress, Search and Destroy. Immaculate conditions right now for a Boston Breach comeback to equalize in the series. We'll see if the stats and if history can repeat itself. The Shotzzy, though, has been an unbelievable player since he broke into the league in 2020. We'll see if he can't find that success now. But we're going to wait a brief moment. We have had a slight PC issue on stage. We'll get into this one ASAP, and in the meantime, we can just reminisce, Chance.
Well, we can reminisce about a lot of things, and maybe some of the Awakening performances as well, right? Because the first blood numbers from Shotzzy on this map, out of this world. Opening duel percentage rate, 75% is ridiculous, 15-5 overall. But you saw the KD, 1.27 is fantastic, but only good for 14th, because there's players like Awakening that are above him. Awakening is a 1.86 on this map. So, again, talk about that man's playground. We already know where he's going to be playing on defense, right? Watching the P1 flank, he literally locks it down. So I don't know if that's going to be an avenue for attack for OpTic, but I'm dodging Awakening at all costs and trying to let Shotzzy deal with everybody else.
Yeah, that's the thing right now. I mean, you go into this series, if you're OpTic, you want to make sure you've done your homework as best as possible. You'll be going through their gameplay, you know, try to find Awakening's plays. Where does he like to sit? Where's he taking fights from? Isolate him, either deal with him as quick as you can, a couple of nades in that spot, whatever it may be. Eliminate him from the equation. That's one of the game plans right now for OpTic.
It'll also be fun to see if Boston have evolved their game plan. Because again, if they haven't played it since stage 1, they've now been able to kick back through stage 2, watch everybody else play, evaluate what works, what doesn't, what you can fit into your own system. And of course, study teams like OpTic, who have had success on this map. I know I said 4-1 for the side of Boston. Well, it's been a fantastic one for OpTic as well. 2-0 with this roster. Even before that, they've been solid. So menaces on both sides of the stage for Fortress S&D.
Boy, do they look good doing it. Both Boston Breach and OpTic Texas. Handsome. And you can be too. Don't forget, you can grab your Call of Duty League team packs available now in the Modern Warfare 2 or Warzone 2.0 stores. You can look as gorgeous as our green-clad heroes on stage. Both Boston Breach, OpTic Texas, available in the store now. Whatever shade of green takes your fancy, it's there. Not to mention a bit of Mutineers love there. Of course, they got a bit of green in there too. And of course, don't forget the other teams who are still in this tournament. More on them tomorrow. Who will join them? We'll find out in a couple of maps' time. Until then, take 2 on aBeZy Fortress.
Round 2, running back. Exciting to watch as well. I know we saw JP, the analyst for OpTic, up there dishing out the goods. A lot of creative possibilities for a map that typically is standard in the way you play it, but new jump up spots. I mean, Havoc showed us something new just the other day. Always so much to learn. And by the looks of it, at least what I can see so far, iLLeY might not be kicking things off with a sniper. I know he loves to use it. He switched to like 3 different weapons, but I think it's the TAC 56 for him off the rip. It'll be OpTic on offense first.
There they go, into map number 2, ladies and gentlemen. The old classic stun door strat upstairs, bottom side of the fortress, to see what happens here. As both teams will vie for position. iLLeY known for sniping towards that double doors side of the map over by aBeZy. See if he does it this time.
And keep in mind, no one has dead silence. Nero was very speedy in getting up pop. And yeah, strikes for the first blood, already bombed down. Nero prime position. Shotzzy gets red as well. And they have not skipped a single beat. Boston, welcome to the S&D.
They have smacked them in round 1. An electrifying opener there from Boston Breach. They have had their way with OpTic Texas.
That's just clean movement as well. Nero just snapped into position as quickly as you possibly could ask him to. Might have been able to hear Huke wiggling up those stairs, dropped them immediately, and just pounced on the round, setting the tone in the S&D.
Time to swap sides now and see how OpTic Texas fare on defense. Nero, 3 on the round. He has been a dangerous man.
And if I'm him, I'm pushing the pace. He's got the bomb, you got dead silence as well. Get up in the mix and make the best of what you can. Actually gets hit with a stun off the rib, so we'll slow you down just a touch. Clears out the jump up, that's available, but he's looking at both the jump ups from that angle. Obviously on the flip side, talk about angles on this map. iLLeY through a crack.
He's really trying to thread the needle through that tiny, tiny little space, and he may be able to do it. We've seen him do it many times before. Will we find another here? Huke with the first blood, looking to get the second. There's the work for Nero. Gets himself his 4th in a row. Methodz. Oh, he's getting a bit ambitious. Will he read this? He spots out iLLeY. Or will he go for it? But there's a sneaky slithering Shotzzy just hit his ankles. Hello.
He at least got one though. Now you have Shotzzy on site. Yeah, I was gonna say he has to do a little dance to get out of dodge, but Awakening's going hunting. You've trapped him in a corner, but Shotzzy still is able to get one.
He's trapped.
No trades coming through. Number 7, Dashy is flying for support. Nero got out just quick enough, and for Nero, this is for the round. This is for the cruise.
Oh, what an opening. And Dashy's had to back on up now. 30 seconds to play with. There's the fight. Dashy will take the tactical retreat. Knows Nero's on streak. Oh, Jesus! Ooh! That's a 1v1 out of Nero with the TAC 56. It's back to back, and what a win.
That man is cracked. Picks up the TAC 56, hits the YY, and shreds him. Guns him down. 2 rounds in, already 6 kills. Operation Get Nero nearby.
This is a terrifying prospect. When Nero gets going, we have seen him just do unspeakable things to teams. Double-digit kills in Search and Destroy. This is the makings of another one of those performances. I mean, he is leading the lobby and some at 6. Let's see what happens now, though. That's the stun check on the doors. Here comes the courtyard check. OpTic know what's up.
You also have Boston, by the way, playing like distant. Awakening's over by the B-bomb site, so they're waiting for interesting play calls coming out, but they got near Nero, and hey, at least you trade him out. You'll take that every day of the week. iLLeY for 2 in man advantage now for Texas.
Look out for number 8 as well. Huke, oh man, he just hits the double windows, takes care of Awakening, all now down to Methodz 1v3. Not in a possible spot. They don't exactly know where he is. They are going to have to try to commit something here. Make sure this A-bomb site's totally safe. They've got the numbers. They can go for the plant.
Well, now you know his position, so no need to plant the bomb just yet. Get everybody surrounded and just let iLLeY take care of business. Gets the bounce back, and again, I'd say for OpTic, after how those first 2 rounds went, as long as you are trading out Nero, you're feeling good about your potential. iLLeY able to put up 3.
I mean, I'd worry now for OpTic, basically, with a cruise missile in play, you can't plant towards B on these offensive rounds. It's so open, there's not a lot of place to hide. It does change the game dramatically early on. Let's see how things evolve.
You just have to be particular about your trophy usage as well. Got to stay on top of it, got to make the reads, and always stay nearby. But Boston back on the attack. Nothing too crazy just yet. Standard little hit over towards iLLeY. He's looking for the angles and not going to get it. Gets traded out. But again, if Nero's dead, maybe you're feeling good. But big wake with the Vazmed there for the reads.
Huke's taking a bit of damage, not to deter him from pushing forward. Dead silence still active. Oh, and he's getting mobile. Big wake though, snips him out. Over to Dashy now. Makes it a 1v2. Dead he popped. He's now on the move.
He didn't get spotted either. He was able to cross out. Plenty of time for Boston, but
oh my,
those 2 players, they're looking for the kill, and I don't know if they spotted him.
He saw them.
So look at this, by the way. This is what's going to be the play call. I don't know if they realize that Dashy is behind, but number 3, Owakening, he's just cutting off the entire middle of the map. Methodz is going to get the bomb down for free. Dashy is going to read it, but Owakening just needs to stay alive as long as possible. He just wants to burn time. Dashy going to try to hunt him down. The nade might be enough to get it done, and he's worried about the trades, but Methodz, belly down, not moving.
I mean, there's off angles, and then there's this. Zinni's making a lot of noise, though, so Methodz has to play this sensibly. Will Dashy check it? Absolutely no! Whoa, 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 whoa! Boston with a round.
And we were thinking maybe Methodz making noise, but no, Dashy, he is jumping around, so Methodz hears that from a mile away, and I think Dashy was expecting the AR to be posted towards the back of the map, so that's all about that time that Owakening buys. Methodz is sprinting to help out his teammate. As soon as Owakening falls, Methodz just pumps the brakes, knows he has the intel, and makes the good play. Clean work in a 2v1, and I know Nero had the hot start, but Owakening, the 2 kills he had in that round, he's a menace watching the flank. Normally it's with the tag. This time he pulled out the Vaznev and started making reads, so Owakening can do it all.
Aggressive work here on defense from Boston.
Yeah, no thank you.
See. Heavy tags, backed on up. Owakening, oh, the Dolphin dive to safety. He gets away with his life. Everyone will be fighting fit in a moment. We will lick our wounds and we will get into sortie number 2 here on the round.
And there's no pressure on Boston. They have 2 players that can watch the cross to that A site, so they know the bomb's not going down yet. And you hear sniper shots getting rung out as well. So it looks like iLLeY's looking for the pick before OpTic pounce. And look at this little standoff.
Oh, hello. Nero says, not today, good sir. That's a nice first blood. You see the snipe still ring out. So again, that's going to give you a great indicator of where these players are. That's what Awakening's nade's for here. Try to catch it. Beautiful work. Nice nade. 4v2. Here comes Shotzzy. On the other side of the board, though, Vivid. He's flying as well. Here comes the next. Boston again. What a round. It's 4-1.
I mean, look, it's been such a long time since we have seen Boston play this map. But they were elite in stage 1 on it. It was their bread and butter, and so many things have not slowed down. Just another round where Boston play incredibly patient. They wait for players to pop up either bottom or top green or art, whichever you want to call it, and they just so efficient at getting those first bloods. Nero 9-2, but everybody right now from Breach, they've been on point.
Here we go. This is going to hurt. Guns up. Oh, I didn't know who was going to hurt. It definitely hurt Boston, down 2 men early on. And Huke narrowly missing the jump. The nade will be eaten alive by the trophy system, and he try again. Here he goes.
They're just looking to be aggressive on this. Put the stamp on the round, but Shotzzy gives away a freebie. So now it's only a 2 versus 3, and still plenty of time for Boston to try and make moves. Oof. Owakening and Methodz looking to clutch, and Owakening just looking for life.
Life flashed before his eyes there, and it looked like a trophy system. 2v3.
And OpTic are split. They're going to hunt Owakening down, and Huke wins the gunfight. Could have gotten spicy, but makes the dead silence play. Leaves Methodz in the 1 versus 3, and he's got a little bit of intel, but a long way to go.
Let's see what he does with it. Oh, not a whole lot. Hey, I'll take that. What? No way did he get a second. Hey, that was a confidence round there from Methodz.
Exclamation point, headshot multiplier. OpTic get on the board, though. Hyper aggressive play call right, double challenge out through the archways. They were down 4-1, making moves like that, so no lack of confidence on the right side of that stage.
And that's the key in this series for me, man. It's Boston Breach. You need to find that confidence. You're such a capable team. You've got so much skill there, so much talent. It's the game 5s that have been letting you down, the real hindrance there. Don't go there, no problem. OpTic, same thing. So strong, so capable.
Well, Vivid saw him cross back, so no fear of the P1 pushing to get rid of the trophy. By the way, Nero still has the cruise missile. If you know that the trophy is gone, this would be a perfect round to use it.
Who's got top side cover, top single window. Here comes Streaks.
Too late, too late.
OpTic going to be back in position. Can Vivid beat them to it? No, he can't. This big wake there, letting them know with the sidearm. Huke's going to reach out. iLLeY finds 2 on the round. Oh my word, here comes the hit. Nero trying to stay alive desperately. Not a lot of time left on the round. That bomb's going to go boom.
Oh, he's chasing, gets the next one, 2v2, but only 22 seconds as the dead silence had to fly and fry, but iLLeY with the ace.
Unbelievable. We didn't see the first two, but the last two essential rounds, and OpTic start to fight back.
And 2 rounds in a row for OpTic where the aggression is the key thing. That trophy gets shot. If they don't plant straight away, that cruise missile dismantles the round. Instead, they're able to retreat, get back in the mix, and iLLeY just instantly back in position and fries. 2 rounds for OpTic playing at a lightning pace. Do they continue to try to keep that up?
It might be the cruise missile that cost Boston this time round. One more round for the equalizer.
They're trying to get, they are out and about.
Going in, Shotzzy's found himself a sweet corner. Look at that line across the map now from OpTic Texas. They're expecting a B hit.
And I don't think they know. They got Shotzzy out here with the tag. They're nading the wrong thing, and it's a freebie first blood. The game plan on point.
Here comes the hit from Huke. He's going to now fight his way forward. Should be able to take care of Vivid. Shotzzy's going to get away with his life. OpTic playing the map so brilliantly right now. However, towards the back line, Methodz has managed to get over towards A.
This is everybody playing for OpTic, dude. They are flying at them and frying them along the way. And iLLeY knows everything.
It's another sensational kill from iLLeY. What can Methodz do? Is a 1v4. The equalizer has been found.
And the backbone for OpTic and Search and Destroy, iLLeY is piecing up 11 and 5. He's caught up to Nero. He's got a cruise of his own. iLLeY just flipped the switch, and even on the play call front, aggression has been key. This time they get Shotzzy out into position, and he had the tack in hand. 3 rounds in a row, 7 spree from iLLeY. He is in his element.
We promised no more 3-0s today, but you never truly know. Here we go. Dashy with the opening blood. God knows how that one came to be. But for now, Nero scrambling to try to make his way to the top side of Fortress safely. He's made his way in, making a decent amount of sound, though, towards the backside of the site, iLLeY. Here come the streaks.
Can he find any trophies out or maybe force these players inside? The best chance is probably in the archway. See if you get the read. Methodz does have the trophy. It's there to protect, but you have the information. Number 6 is flying at him. Shotzzy, this is a aBeZy. This is the gunfight you dream of.
Oh, here it comes. Methodz turning away. 2v3. Advantage, OpTic Texas.
You got players behind enemy lines as well. Who's got dead silence? Who's got dead silence? And they couldn't hear him coming. He does get traded. This is Nero for a 1 versus 3. Pops the dead silence, and he is moving.
Moving, but is he moving the right direction? He's not going to spot.
Wait, what?
Is out. Shotzzy's underneath the archway. Great work. 1v1. Nero is rolling. Shotzzy is laying prone on a crate. Oh, now seated, and he's creeping his way forward. 25 seconds on the clock. Will Nero check this? He is moving with tremendous pace, and he's just run past him. Unbelievable. 20 seconds to go. Uh-oh. Wait. Oh, my sweet Christmas. Not a... What is going on? You're going to check this in a minute, and it's going to make you scream, Shotzzy! How many times, how many moments where it could have gone Nero's way? Map point, OpTic.
And I want to hear the OpTic comms when they were down 4-1, because it seemed like they just said, we're better than these guys. Just start flying at them. Dashy again in that moment. I think he just insta-chowed out P1. He found a first blood in the first 6 seconds of the round just to give it the odds. They already had the cruise missile in the back pocket. That is now 4 rounds in a row for OpTic. Everything has been hyper-aggressive. I see no reason to slow down.
You're at Boston now. You've been hit by that Shotzzy magic. Don't forget the game plan. Keep the comms up. Don't let this get out of hand. iLLeY waiting so patiently here time and time again.
Oh my God,
and it's
another
your
one.
boy, Anthony. Cuevas Castro with an 8.
These guys are in their back. They even switched up the pace. It's just getting with the nades. They can do everything. Awakening's been in this spot before. And Shotzzy just doing the dance. Baits out 2 different players, and he's still making moves.
But he perfect reads. They can't stop him. Unstoppable run. And they were down so bad. And now you can stake all you want, but Awakening in a seemingly impossible situation, and it is done. The comeback is complete. OpTic Texas take the lead.
Broke him down in the hard point and just broke him down again in the search and destroy. 5 rounds in a row. Every play call absolutely perfect. Aggressive when they need to be. Get the nades for the first blood when they want it. The comms from OpTic in those final rounds had to have been spectacular. Read them like a book, and they broke them down in the first 2 maps. Now if they can get that final break for another 3-0 on the day, but iLLeY, I don't know how many rounds in a row. They were down 4-1. It seemed like 3 or 4 back to back to back, piecing them up left and right. And the only player on Boston able to collect a single first blood was Nero. And hey, he gave you 4, gave you the best effort, but once OpTic started getting hot, no one was stopping that train.
Outstanding work there from iLLeY. As 2 nail biters come to a close. The 2 seconds on HyDra, 2 rounds there on Fortress. Whoa, where do we go from here? Well, we go to aBeZy control. And I cannot, I mean, my hands are way up here. There's no way this is a 3-0, right?
Well, at this point, it kind of is looking like a 3-0, because again, the biggest problem for Boston has been things like the Game 5. Then problem is the ice, and now they got to try for a reverse sweep. OpTic, though, in cruise control.
Well, cruise control indeed. We're going to take a quick visit now to the writer's room and make sure this isn't a 3-0. When we come back after the break, aBeZy control, and you bet things are going to get crazy. Don't go too far, friends. This is the CDL. here in Boston. As map number 3 crawls around the corner to aBeZy we go. We promise you some shenanigans. It's going to get crazy, and it might just do that. The crowd is electrified. There are t-shirts flying through the air, and for now, it's the Scuff play of the game. And who else, or what else could we give it to, except for the final few moments chance of that ridiculous hard point?
This is one of those games we can watch back. I mean, I don't know how many times before we get tired of it. Ridiculous stuff through and through. Dashy again. I don't know how many times he's like cranked up and clutched for the team just this weekend alone, but Dashy has been absolutely ridiculous. The setup was there. Shotzzy's dropping 40. I mean, map 1 literally had it all.
Yeah, I mean, it was whatever you wanted. Perfect timing, good work out of Boston. 5 seconds, 5 measly seconds, and OpTic gave them nearly nothing. The final, 3 or 4 kills from Dashy, the cross up from the top side. Unbelievable kills on such brilliant players.
And I guess the only final question for me on this is how quickly did OpTic know that they could rotate? Which player actually made the call in the realization? Because at the moment, Dashy is just desperate for a little bit of help. So 7 and 5 slot in, and right there, 8 turns around. So Huke with 5 seconds left on ult is like, oh yeah, we could just win the game of this one. Dashy is final. He got us that moment, and hey, delivered us map 1.
I mean, Huke, all he had to do is lay prone and chill. But there was no chill in the venue. An insane opening to the series. The regain was there, of course, from Boston Breach as we rolled into the search and destroy. And if you have just joined us, this is the final moment for Boston to pull things back here in their home series. They've got one more map. They need to fight forward. It's going to be a tough one. Otherwise, it's another 3-0, and I would be very surprised and a little bit embarrassed.
Well, speaking of 3-0s, though, that actually is Boston's record on this map. So they're undefeated on a CeeLo control, and we'll see if they can keep it up and continue it. But I don't know. No lead is trustworthy at this point. OpTic are looking ferocious. But this is going to be a long one. A lot of long-range gunfights, and maybe Methodz feeling a little bit of that pain. Whether or not Scump's on the other side. Struggling so far, and that is a player that is not struggling. He is having a dandy time. Shotzzy, obviously, at least map 1 MVP. I know iLLeY started taking over map 2. These players on OpTic have been taking turns for the pop-off potential.
Here we go into control. This has been an incredibly exciting map to watch these players play on. And it's a slow and awkward start, and Vivid might be able to get loads out of this or nothing. And Shotzzy cuts him in half with a Vaznev.
This is, I mean, what, players kind of scattered all over the map. Nero's going to be on the quick flank. Shotzzy maybe looking to deal with him. Nero actually maybe aggressive enough to get pretty good timing. Shotzzy's going hunted, but now he has become the prey. Nero just took the longest route to try to set his team up, but in the meantime, everybody else is getting cut down. OpTic pushing the pace right from the jump.
And look at Huke go. Second segment's already cleaned up, and he's made his way across map. He might be able to catch a kill or 2 here. That would be outstanding work from the youngster, the newest addition, technically, to the squad. As they're about to close out A as well. OpTic, an incredible opener.
Well, this is maybe a last-ditch effort. Nero trying to make the play, but everything is getting shut down. Comfortable, clean, and easy. Compassionate around the map right now. OpTic trying to dish out the goods, and right now Boston looking to stabilize, and hey, that is the 3 kills that they needed. Settle down just a little bit. Try to settle for a little bit of map control. You see Shotzzy actually for the approach on this one. He's already pulled out the tack.
Different looks across the field, and that's where he's going towards the final zone remaining in the round. It's B. And Shotzzy, slowly but surely coming forward. Methodz first up, wins the battle. Nero gets one of his own, and now Huke will roam the halls of aBeZy and try to cause nothing but discourse and chaos now for the Lions of Boston Breach.
Well, you see the pace has truly been slowed down quite a bit. Huke gave away his position with the stun, so no, he's on the stairs and gets cleaned up because of it. The Vaznev's picking things up just a little bit here for Boston. As you see OpTic, I mean, they have all the pressure on the bottom side of the minimap, if anything. Shotzzy's going to be taking distant routes, and you can see OpTic just not comfortable, not able to clear anything out. They're going to be spawning far away, trying to work your way around back, and killing Vivid does not seem like it's a fun time. Number 4 in a row. And Shotzzy, the last man standing for OpTic, but Boston, they have everything covered. They know Shotzzy's behind enemy lines. So you got number 3 looking for him. Everyone else is causing so many problems. Also, everybody just spawned on top of those poor Boston players.
Poor Boston players walk away with a couple of kills and streaks now for Vivid. Nero's Vaznev not quite as effective at range, but that's good news to pass on to his teammates. However, Shotzzy, he is the top of the mound. Oh, he's dead. Top of the hill. Gone. Taken care of. Claims it. A few more. as Boston spring the light.
Oh, he is challenge right now. Nero feeling himself. We talk about Vivid going on the spree to get the streaks, but Nero right now 9-3, feeling like he can't miss and certainly playing like he isn't. You had more than 2 minutes just about for OpTic to try to capture 1 point. They have gotten slaughtered since then.
I don't even know if they've touched the B zone since that moment. So final 20 seconds here. As Boston strengthen their already incredibly strong lines. Nero. Oh my God. That was filthy. The cross up on the other side of the door. Final few seconds. 10-3 from Nero. As Huke finally gets on the point.
Nero is twisted though, but maybe this is it. Actually, everyone from Boston just spawned so far away, they might have to burn the crew.
OpTic are flying forward. There's 3 of them on the point now. How many kills can you get, Boston? You cannot lose it like this. A single segment gone. Here comes the streaks. Trophy saves them. Absolute madness. They're still alive on the point. There are 2 remaining. Dashy trying to keep his boys safe. Get them in there. Slow down the reinforcements. He does. Final segment. Final segment. They're all dead. They're all done. I don't believe it. They only needed 1 chance, 1 shot. And OpTic have captured the point.
We are witnessing different flavors of breakdowns in this series. I mean, you had the perfect opening break over towards the A zone. After that, Boston flipped the switch. They had like a 16-5 life lead. No life at all on the map, no openings, and all of a sudden, they just found the clean 4 down. Boston spawns out, they burn a cruise, get nothing, and all of that effort for nothing. That is a dagger round. Boston got to be feeling pain after that one.
We got the variety pack, you know, Chance, all the different flavors, man. What flavor will we sample this time round? 2 players from Boston upstairs. Shotzzy, his teammates are there to give him the information, and he may cross over and get this one going. Huke keeping downstairs all noisy and dangerous. Shotzzy backing him up. Kills going the way now of OpTic.
And this is OpTic's opportunity just to get fluid with it. I mean, a round like that essentially feels like it's a freebie, and Shotzzy now just gets to roam around up top. Dead Silence just about to run out, but gets the kill in the final moment, gets the reset, and Shotzzy can just continue to do his thing. His teammates are picking up the kills, and for Boston, this is the worst thing you ever have to do. Try to find Shotzzy.
Like trying to find a needle in a stack of needles. He's right there. Another one bites the dust. Can Awakening find him? Nope, he's gone. See him, mate.
And he's just slowing the pace down. Like, they're spending so much time looking for Shotzzy, barely any pressure on the map. You have 1 player that's over towards A for Nero, but now Shotzzy and Huke get in the mix. And the heat map for Shotzzy, he's just lived inside your base. Now Boston are forced to go over towards B, but even Shotzzy gets to be the cutoff man. You can never feel comfortable. They know they're in a pinch. And right now, OpTic trying to close in around them and suffocate them.
This is what we like to call flow state. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Good job, Nero. See, called that one perfectly. Over towards B, though. Nearly get the single segment. Can they get close enough? Huke's holding them back. Awakening. Can he fight his way forward? There's a tiny little bit left. He's got to get on there. And there we go. Onto A. Stops the clock there. Draws the attention of the defenders. They might be able to snag B2.
You're down to like 7 seconds, though, right now. You have to live on this point. You have to be so clean if you're Boston, but they get 3 down. But even Shotzzy trying to soften up the blow. The nade's going to connect. Might fly out to kill Awakening, and again, that clock will tick. But Awakening falls, and you see Boston bought the pressure over towards A, but Shotzzy, he's here.
OpTic will oscillate immediately over towards the A side of the map now. Shotzzy has eaten all sorts of bad things just there, getting taken care of. Vivid finds a couple of kills. Life count still close enough, and then we go. A captured. An additional minute to play with here in the round.
I mean, from the depths, Boston just found a way. Still, though, close on life count. And a minute on the clock is not a massive amount of time to work with, but they have all the map pressure. They surrounded the B zone. Huke, though, gets that entry. You got trades coming back and forth. Vivid can't find this second. Bruce is beaming.
Yeah, I'm going to ask for that class. That looks pretty good, if you ask me. It's Dashy keeping things all together. The main AR now counterpart on the other side of the map, dealing with iLLeY and the combined efforts of Shotzzy there. So, clock still ticking. 2 segments of B remain.
Awakening's nearby, but the support is not yet in. He doesn't have a trophy as well. Getting it slowly and trying to find the extra pressure, but he's going to fall a little bit too tall for his boots. But 2 players are now on point. Vivid right nearby. This is the moment for Boston.
So aggressive. This is exactly what they need. Tags in from Vivid. Slow Huke down at the very best. Try to find these kills. Keeping the going at B. 2 players on it. 1 segment left. The kills are there. Vivid's got to keep them going. Still keeping the capture alive. I don't believe it. Are we seeing it? Are we seeing it again? Another round. Another offensive round. Oh, baby, what a control this is.
At least that one felt more standard.
Yeah.
Boston putting in some serious work. There was no hero plays. It was just clean, efficient work after they got the pressure on the site. So Boston have some fight in them. The bounce back is there. No sight of a collapse.
Just a different flavor of collapse.
Potentially. Loser for top 6. Winner continues to play.
Unbelievable. What a tournament. Not over yet. The final match of Saturday, always a delight. Who goes to Sunday? There's Shotzzy. Moments of true magic in the previous round. Now, though, on attack. It looks like OpTic have got their eyes towards B. Let's see how the kills treat them.
Yeah, you see Shotzzy's been flexing out so much as well, bouncing back and forth between the two different weapons on basically every map that we've had. But Huke's taking a wide route just to get over the A side and has a little bit of help from Shotzzy, who has made moves with attack. And Shotzzy, the AR apparently for this team, able to get to Nero annoying on the flanks. But you see OpTic, they have bodies all over the map. Fortunately for them, the kill's not yet coming through.
You got insurance policy just in case it doesn't work out over towards A here. Dashy, atop of the mound, over towards B, now capturing both points at once.
Nice win.
Awakening for his 5th kill in a row. That's a sensational kill.
Yeah, I mean, the cruise is nice, but obviously, you see the trophies always so present. This is the next one in line. iLLeY backed him down and shuts him down as well. You got Vivid for the trade, so the B zone nice and secure. That first take never came through. And Boston with a small life lead, and more importantly, plenty of pressure on the map.
Drains some of the progress in the B zone. Not quite all of it. Now to push the front line forward. Look at those white arrows on the minimap. That's OpTic. The 2-2 split. Will the Boston defenders be able to deal with them? Vivid looks like he's got one. A few more to go.
And Nero still twisted as well. 21 and 10, and he added the next one. He can hear all these players as well. This man is in the zone.
He's truly in the zone. He's still moving silently as well, so he gambles towards it, towards A. Oh, but it doesn't matter. Shotzzy can see him. Sensory overload there as the nades go off. Doesn't seem to change much. Nero! Immediately back into the fight.
This man is laser focused. You also have Methodz pushing up, so they're going to be forcing out those right side spawns. But A nearly captured. Awakening trying to slow him down. Dashy maybe the next one in line to fall. A stranglehold on the map, but Shotzzy trying to keep it open. All the players on OpTic are going to be near this A zone. So quick, should be able to get it captured, but kind of similar to the first round, a massive life lead. Well, at least only 6. Right now for Boston.
We know how these attacking rounds go, though. OpTic Texas 12 lives to throw at the B point in a bid to take control. Methodz. Toe-to-toe with Shotzzy.
Nice win.
That's a scary fight.
Just trying to keep things secure. 2 players for Boston over towards Garage. And talk about a trade you need to get. Awakening delivers. All the pressure from OpTic now coming through the mid. They're trying to get these bad spawns for Boston if they can force them. But it's going to take a little bit of time to orchestrate.
Oh, Awakening trying to poop the party that OpTic have set up here. Nice shots at range there. The Shotzzy's out the equation. The trophy a little too late to this one. As Huke now gunning for him. Awakening, how long can you stay alive? Tagged up. He's waiting for his teammates to come out of spawn and help him. That's great coverage from Methodz. Awakening stays alive.
And this man is doing pirouettes and he's beaming at the same time. Boston have kept it secure, but we already know 30 seconds left and 6 lives. That is all OpTic needs.
It takes less than that to see the round vanish. 11 lives, so Boston breach on defense still. Hello, right into the lap of Nero. Trades abound though, inside of the map, not safe. The last 3 members alive, all on the point, and they're done.
And Huke on the flank. Look at where Boston are spawning. Huke's on the flank, so things are going fast. Methodz wins a big one though to keep these players slowed down, but Huke is still going on his tear, trying to keep him away. And Huke is doing everything. He's brought him to the point.
7.9 seconds are on the point now. It's a 2-man stack. Can you get involved? Nero, you have got to go so big. You've got to get Dashy off of it. Shotzzy's got the coverage there. Now the players from behind. Second bit of progress gone. Are we seeing it again? Is it deja vu? We're running out of lives. iLLeY though at range. He may have just done it. That's it. The 3 from iLLeY. It seals the deal and another attacking round win. OpTic Texas, match point.
Huke is an absolute monster. I mean, you had guys like Vivid down low, getting kills on OpTic, keeping the push a little bit scattered, and then Huke just starts world starring in your spawn with the Vaznev, manipulating the spawns at the same time. In miraculous plays, OpTic are orchestrating on offense. I mean, Nero's trying to put on for his team right now. Man has 26 kills. But in those final moments, OpTic They have just been so clutch.
What a contest this has been. Here we go. Boston, can they do it again? Win another attacking round. OpTic just have to hold the line for over a minute. 28 lives. The Shotzzy tries to whittle them down.
And this is, again, I mean, we saw the previous round when he's on defense. He just loves to get behind you and cause all sorts of problems. And he knows that as long as he is alive, that is incredibly valuable. Eventually, though, does get caught. So the slow progress on A, continuing to develop. Waiting from down range, going to back down iLLeY. Still, though, Boston have only left one player alive on the point, but Methodz does deliver with the gunfight win. So A-Zone continues to get captured. You see OpTic what they're doing. It's the top side of the map where most of those players are going to roam. They're just looking to keep things under control.
Shotzzy just chilling. Nero silently making his way to the top side here of aBeZy. Top side of the party as well. Great work. Vivid and Nero both in the feed. Get those kills. 2 minutes added to the clock. They're immediately onto B. You've got numbers. You can do it right here, right now. My goodness. What a moment this could be.
Just snap on it. Just snap on it to go. At least a double stack for the moment, but all three players nearby. Dashy at least able to take down one, but that first tick is through. And you even have Methodz, the AR, trying to work up on the mountain. So the players out of the hill fall, but long term, at least you got one guy in the right spot. But looks like Methodz doesn't have hops. Can't quite get up to the top. It just needs to find some intro because the rest of OpTic are now just jumping on Methodz' teammates. So even if he gets a kill, he's sort of out of the play and able to get the first, but he does get traded out, but at least his teammates are a little bit closer.
David going for the old howitzer approach there with the Semtex. iLLeY is going to reposition, should be able to catch him out here. Full health regen, onto the point we now go. A little bit of back and forth. Again, you are trying to get those reinforcements forward. Huke is the man delaying that plan. iLLeY at the front as well. Boston all down.
Yeah, iLLeY had a slow start to this game, by the way. He's turned things around, caught back up to the rest of the lobby, and now Boston lost enough map pressure that they're going to start to work these flanks, but a minute and 10 seconds to work with. And Shotzzy back in his happy place.
It really is just always behind. There you go. Owakening has to turn. Immediately halts the progress. It halts the advance now. Pressure. Oh my God. Awakening got another one there with a little bit of help from Vivid. Now, surely, you should be able to get on towards the B point.
And a key gunfight as well. If Vivid can take down Dashy, it could have been a moment, but Dashy there. Oh! I see, and now Huke snapping into position as well. Boston has nobody anywhere near the B zone, and they are staring down the barrel of another 3-0.
No way. Vivid lives. 35 seconds remain now in Boston Breach's tournament, unless Vivid can get onto that point. His teammates are there in position, but Shotzzy, he is about to play spoiler. Ooh, doesn't finish the kill. His teammates do, though. Awakening now. Pressure. Keeping the point alive. 30 seconds remaining. Starting to get those numbers forward. Go, Boston, go. Under the coverage of Awakening from the back line. They clear up one. Less than 30 to go.
This is your tournament. This is your tournament right here, right now. You get a little bit of pressure towards the front. You have now made it to the zone. All of these gunfights. Talk about the importance.
Here we go. Starting to get players towards it. Dashy finds the angle.
Oh, that's two.
Fight
That's
forward.
three.
They fight forward. And I don't believe what we're seeing here. I don't believe it. It's another 3-0. Boston, you've not got the time or the space to work with. They've got to go. Fly forward, run. Lives are out. A few more seconds. Who cuts down the last man? It is over. It's done. No one there. OpTic hold it. And it's another 3-0. I do not believe my eyes. Another 3-0. And it may have been an outstanding contest. But OpTic Texas have somehow pulled out a 3-0 in that series.
And look, man, you go to that HyDra. Boston put themselves in a situation where they were 5 seconds away from winning the game on like a P2. Shotzzy makes the push. Huke's there for the follow-up off spawn and buys them to the next hill. OpTic then have to do enough to force it to another rotation to win a 2-point game. OpTic found themselves down 4-1 in the search and destroy, make the comeback, and both of their rounds on offense that they win. No lives remaining, no time left on the clock, and OpTic delivered time and time again. The ice battle they just won without question.
Incredible composure as we look across the stats. A 3-1 there on aBeZy. What a battle it was. An unbelievable show from start to finish. You have to hand it to Boston Breach. It is a painful, a heartbreaking exit from their own major. but boy, did they put on a show for the fans, and I'm sure one that they'll all remember.
And you'd have to have a lengthy conversation to figure out who the MVP of that series was for OpTic, because iLLeY, with the play calls he was making in the S&D, Shotzzy dropped 40 on him in the HyDra hard point. You had Dashy making the heroic final play in those moments. You had Huke going on the flanks on those offenses round of the control and opening things up. Such a well-rounded effort from OpTic Texas. Everybody was on fire.
Unbelievable. Everyone was on fire indeed. I just cannot believe it was another 3-0. Well, one man who was on fire a little bit more than others at times is on stage right now with Blaze, and that man is Shotzzy.
Are they serving alcohol? Huh? Are they serving alcohol?
Thank you so much, Miles and Chance. Yo, what a weekend this has been. Give it up for OpTic Texas as they progress to Championship Sunday. Shotzzy, when you saw the script this weekend, did you see it playing out like this?
Definitely not. You know, this script is crazy, I'll tell you that.
It really is crazy, okay? And the craziest part of it, especially in this series, I want to go back to that map #1 because it had to be one of the sickest hard points we ever saw. You guys were down by about 40 points, rotating to that last hill. Talk to me about it from your perspective on what happened.
Dude, that was crazy towards the end. I'm pretty sure they could have won off that P2, and then I'm pretty sure we glided or something like that. We ended up breaking. Kyler ended up popping a 2-piece on the P2. He got that scrap time. Then we had the rotation for new, and then from there we just held the spawns. Brandon popped like a 5. Something crazy.
Popped off. Oh man. Now you're going to Championship Sunday, okay? Your squad is popping off. How you feel right now playing in one of the sickest crowds in which we've ever seen?
This crowd's crazy, man. I couldn't tell if they were cheering for Boston or us, but nonetheless, whoever you guys are rooting for, we appreciate you guys.
Yeah, you know, hey, it was a tough matchup, but the hometown team put up a fight, and it was a tough one right there. Anything you want to say there to this hometown crowd and the people that's supporting you?
You guys are crazy, man. Keep cheering for whoever team you guys are going for. We love you guys, and yeah, hopefully Sunday is going to be fun.
Yeah, hopefully it's fun. I'm sure it will be. Fenway, that's going to do it for us tonight. Chris, close us out.
Thank you so much, Blaze. And on behalf of everyone here at this CDL, I just want to thank the Academy. Best screenplay of 2023 is unfolding live at the MGM Music Hall here in Boston. Brycey joining aLLeY, Cat, Nameless, and I on the desk as we look back at a ridiculous day of 3-0s. 5 matches, 15 map wins, and they were all tight in this final 3. Let's take a look at some of the big ones on the day, though, and we're going to start here with Boston. Start to the day, aLLeY. They had to face the Guerrillas. You're going up against Joe Deceives, Assault, who is coming off a rough match. You know the potential of this squad. How did Boston handle our purple team?
It really was just warming up in that map 1. They were down by quite a bit there in the beginning, and then it seemed like Vivid seemed to find his groove, and from then on, it was all of Boston. I think what they really impressed had to be with that search and destroy. Vivid with a huge 1v2 on an Exceed, who did all he could. I mean, 13-8 going into that series where like Exceed needs to continue that S&D excellence. He did what he could, but unfortunately it just wasn't enough in the end.
Incredible stuff in all of the hard points from Boston this weekend. I think everyone was at least entertained, a little bit frustrated by this most recent one, but what a series for all the players from Boston. They all took turns. Vivid, a rock star. You had Nero at times doing it, but they weren't the only ones scoring big points. We got to talk about a few more teams here, and I want to go to you for Atlanta FaZe versus Toronto. This was a rematch from Raleigh. Similar result.
Yeah, Atlanta FaZe, they come in and they take this one, and I think it was probably the most dominant match that we saw today. Every single map was OP. I mean, 250, 150, 6-1, and a 3-0 in control. Everyone popped off. Cellium went off once again. It's what you expect out of this guy. It just seems like they're firing everywhere. Like, since their comebacks they had in the qualifying stage 2 where aBeZy popped off in that control, they have been lights out, Bucket. This is a team that's looking to win this event, man. They're in a great position to do so, sitting in top 3 already.
Atlanta taking care of business against the trash talkers from up north. Atlanta, the first team to lock up their spot in our winners bracket finals. They're guaranteed top 3, and so are the Røkkr. The most difficult bracket in a lot of the community's opinions. You had to start off, on our first day, Thursday, going up against the Subliners. Today, you draw OpTic, but aLLeY, it was the Røkkr taking care of business in this one. Bance is still on fire. Afro Afro had a heyday as well.
I mean, every player from Minnesota Røkkr, I feel like, had a fantastic time. You have to highlight Bance and Afro as the SMG duo, just simply because of the control they had and the pressure they had on the maps, but everyone across the board was doing well. But I mean, to open it up with that map number 1 and then moving to that map number 2, Afro drops 12 for an aBeZy 6-4W, and they move that momentum straight into that control on iLLeY. It was just masterful from the Minnesota Røkkr.
Minnesota Røkkr will be joining Atlanta tomorrow in that winners bracket finals. OpTic drew their opponent Boston in the lower bracket, but Brycey, there was another lower bracket battle here. We got to talk about the LA Thieves squad. What did you see from the team tonight?
Well, it was a dark day for Ultra as Thieves came to play. They tucked Ultra into bed in every step of the way, and we should have known how that series was going to go when we saw Octane start off 11-1. He was a force to be reckoned with. They couldn't get past him, they couldn't kill him, they couldn't stop him. Over and over again, when we thought the tide might turn, there was Octane and the rest of the Thieves. Every single player was playing above and beyond Ultra today, and they did not have a good time.
I absolutely love what we saw from the Thieves tonight. They proved that yesterday was not a fluke. They're coming on to this next matchup with a 9-0 record in the lower bracket, and that's what we need to show you next, because there's only 4 teams remaining in this event. And we mentioned the script. Well, look in the top left corner of your screen. We set it up. That round 11, OpTic versus the LA Thieves. We get the rematch tomorrow. Nameless, you're in the building for that one. Do we go another game 5, or is it 3-0?
I think we go another game 5. I was laughing when you pulled this up because it's just the script, man. There really is a script going on. Nadeshot versus Scump, LA Thieves versus OpTic, the rematch. It's going to be sick.
And of course, we've got Røkkr versus FaZe in that winners bracket final. Epic matches all the way through. We've got the first one kicking off at 1:30. The pre-show will be at 1:15. Brycey, though, I know a lot of people are already chatting on Twitter about that rematch against the Thieves.
Yeah, it's going to look like a spicy one as well. I'm hoping for no 3-0s tomorrow. I don't want any of these to end in 3. I want to go all the way. I don't even care which one I cast for the games. They're all going to be good. Every single one. We are set up for an incredible championship Sunday.
Record-setting lows here in Boston this weekend, and that didn't stop an amazing crowd from coming out here. You guys are all wicked awesome, and I can't wait to see your beautiful kisses tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in. This was your Boston Major Saturday. We'll see you for a championship Sunday.
You feel me? I'm feeling charged up. I'm a battery on full percentage. I got the green light. Keeping my guard up. I will not stumble no straight when they threaten my life. You cannot stop us. A force to be reckoned with. I don't recommend you try. I'm feeling charged.